We try hard to decipher which marks separate individuals reliably. We assume the face is important, but is it the fronts or backs of legs or the patterns on the top or bottom of these exquisite tails? We begin to see this guy quite often, a male because of his bulk and his wide head. We hope we'll be able to recognise him if we see him again, even at a distance, because he's a slightly yellowish colour and he carries the end of his tail with a distinctive twist.
It's great the technology works and the pictures are lovely, but we really need IDs if we're to follow the cats and film more intimate behaviour. We could do with some help. And we have the perfect person in Rodney Jackson, director of the Snow Leopard Conservancy and one of the world's leading experts on this elusive cat.
Okay, good sight.
With the help of our friend Rinchin, he's now attempting to census all the cats in our corner of Ladakh's Hemis National Park. Rodney hopes individual snow leopards can be identified from still photographs of their lovely coat patterns. We have only 4 cameras. Rodney has 30. But it'll still take months to accumulate enough pictures.
Okay, Wenchen, let's try.
So we'll have to be patient.
Did that work? Great, really nice.
Sometimes these mountains can seem cruel. We're living up here at 12,000 feet for weeks on end, and the sub-zero temperatures feel unrelenting. And then, every time we want to film a snow leopard, it seems to involve a really grueling climb of up to 3 hours. But the other day I was amused to see that we weren't alone in finding this place hard. I was watching a snow leopard climbing up this ridge, and it kept on having to stop to catch its breath.
We know we'll need a lot of luck if we're to achieve one of our main aims, to film snow leopards hunting. So we're keen to keep tabs on this cat. But snow is a problem. It's dangerous for us to follow the cat on slippery slopes. And difficult for the snow leopard too, because its camouflage doesn't work so well when it's walking over snow. In this toughest of lands where prey is so scarce, a snow leopard can do without handicaps, and moving around on ice-covered mountains when you can't see your footing is treacherous, even for a snow leopard. Despite the conditions, snow leopards have to keep travelling, not just to find prey, but to mark their home ranges. When it's snowed, it's easy to see how overhanging rocks provide protection for the messages left underneath by each passing cat. Defending their space like this is always important because there's not enough food to share. But the hazards of winter also bring opportunity.
It's a big chance for Hugh and his team, too. Snow leopards have never been filmed hunting, and now is a great time because their most important prey, the burrell, are starting their mating season. And that means they may be a bit distracted.
Most of the time the burrell are super vigilant, but when they're rutting like this, the burrell lose a lot of their caution. And if I was a snow leopard, I'd be watching the burrell rut very carefully. Males have to find out which females are coming into estrus and then make sure that they're the ones that corner the female in order to mate. But that also means chasing off competing males. On such steep cliffs, there's a constant danger of injury or death, and of course a chance for a hungry snow leopard.
After the rut, the snow leopard's chances of hunting success increase still further because the male baral are exhausted and must find food to replenish their wasted bodies. The snow leopards keep a close eye on them, but must still mark their home ranges to protect their space. Snow leopards overlap ranges with each other, but also tried to avoid meeting for fear of potentially dangerous conflict. And this is not their only problem. What strikes me about this place is the deafening silence. It sounds devoid of life, but feels really tense. For the animals out there are fighting an elemental battle against hunger and cold. When it's so quiet, it must be tough for a snow leopard to stalk a baral. The cliffs are so steep that one carelessly placed paw could dislodge a rock and alert his prey.
We think this is the local male, the one with the twist in his tail. He's making good use of his superb camouflage and his great stealth. With that thick-set, muscular body, short, powerful legs, and that gorgeous long tail to counterbalance during swift turns on steep slopes, he's the ultimate mountain killer.
There's so little food at this time of year that the baral have to dig for roots, and with heads down like this, they're vulnerable. But the scars of a snow leopard's claws and teeth on this one's neck shows that the attacks can be shaken off. Snow leopards have been known to kill prey 3 times their own weight. This male weighs about 100 pounds, and to aid acceleration, he'll most likely attack from above, but only if he can get close enough to the baral. We couldn't believe our luck. We'd started out thinking we'd be lucky to even see a snow leopard, and Mitchell had just filmed the first ever shots of one hunting. It's a great step forward. We weren't the only ones to witness the hunt. We're told that Tibetan wolves are the snow leopard's main competitor, and though they also hunt baral, they're not